All right, so we probably have to do a wee bit of refreshing from what happened last time. The last episode, you went to that planet that had the crazy physics where time was passing extremely fast. You did whatever you guys did there. I don't quite remember exactly what you did because I just looked at the end of the episode to see what was going to happen in this one.
Absolutely
So
nothing happened.
Sometimes those are the best episodes. So at the end of the last episode, you were leaving the planet when the Haas detected a Klingon cloak, and when he tried to hail the ship, it started heading toward the Ebon Expanse. I believe Captain gave the order to pursue. Everything sound familiar up to this point?
Well, I missed last week, so no. Or last
All right.
session, rather.
Yeah, so yeah, basically, the ship went to a planet. You went to the planet, did some stuff, didn't do some stuff, left the planet, detected a Klingon cloak that was heading toward the Ebon Expanse, and that's pretty much where we're at. So I think you're caught up.
Cool.
So with that, we'll head to the bridge. You've probably been in pursuit of the Klingon vessel for a couple days up to this point. Yeah, again, it's heading toward the Ebon Expanse. And yeah, we'll probably have you guys on the bridge. I got to get the correct people in place here. Since some people are missing, some people are back. There we go. That seems about right. And I think we'll start it with a little bit of open roleplay before I get things rolling here.
I'm surprised they're letting us chase them this long.
Maybe they think we're just going in the same way for some reason, Captain?
Or maybe they're leading us to something.
Hopefully not an ambush.
Oh, we are heading into an ambush. I'll be sure to keep our eyes out.
What region of space is up ahead, Lieutenant?
The Expanse, Captain?
I'm aware of the expanses a bit. I'm referring to more detailed look.
Well, Captain, I'm not sure if I know the region of space, but it looks like I am detecting a Klingon automated distress transponder uh, directly ahead, about half a light year.
What's our current speed?
GM, I'm guessing we're at cruising speed.
Warp whatever you want it to be. But yeah, cruising speed sounds good.
We're at cruising speed, Captain. We're 5.
I think cruising is 9 point something.
Or, sorry, 9.5. No, 9.975.
Well, whoever they are, they're able to pace us in a race, that's for sure. Lieutenant Bennett, any ideas if the nature of the cloaking device, if it's Romulan or Klingon in origin? Or someone else?
Oh, scanning, Captain. GM, I'd like to scan the cloaking device.
Give me a reason or insight with security. We'll make this a base difficulty of 1.
Yeah, no focuses. Darn. I mean, unless you would take shipboard tactical systems.
No.
Okay.
And then you could be assisted with sensors security.
Yeah, I can roll for the ship, I guess. What was the roll again? I'm sorry.
Sensor security.
Sensors, security.
Believe you gained 3 out of that.
GM, for the message you just sent, was that what the scan showed?
Yes.
Well, Captain, maybe something potentially more interesting. It looks like a Klingon escape pod that's sending out the GM. I'm assuming this is the distress signal.
Yes.
Okay. GM, did we have anything for the origin of the cloaking device?
I did not mention a cloak,
Oh,
and
okay.
so your sensors are not picking one up.
Gotcha. Okay.
I thought they were cloaked. Like we detected the signature of a cloak, and that's what we've been following.
Right.
Trying to
A
ascertain,
few days
like,
ago.
yeah, I was just trying to ascertain, like, are they still cloaked?
Yeah.
Okay, like, just like from like the signature we're picking up, like what it's commonly used for, which I guess that's more of a for a science officer question, really. Like, in terms, like, because each cloak gives off different subtleties, like between like a Romulan Klingon or other species on how they use it. Which is, I'm just trying to get an idea, like potentially who the cloak came from. Or,
Sure. Last week, DeHaas determined that it was a modified Klingon cloak.
okay, I didn't remember that. So
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you still are picking up the cloak on long range sensors, but this one is half a light year for the escape pod.
has an automated distress beacon been activated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's just your standard, beep, beep, beep thing.
And are they going toward it or in a different direction?
The Klingons are going away. You're heading toward.
Ensign Rexia, is there any other vessels in the area?
None on sensors, Captain.
Well, we're either about to spring the trap or it's a decoy. Helm, alter course towards the distress beacon.
Hi, Captain. Altering course now.
This will be just a daring or control with con difficulty 1.
Would I be correct in assuming that helm operations applies?
It sure does. Just need engines con.
I can do it.
All right, you gain 3 total from that. So I believe that puts you at max.
ETA to Klingon escape pod.
Calculating approximately 10 minutes, Captain.
I'm not sure of the speed conversion here, so we'll just say 10-ish.
Lieutenant Bennett, try to pick up or keep track of our Phantom. As soon as we're in range, Insynrexia, begin scanning the escape pod.
Hi, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
All right, is there anything anybody would like to do before we speed up plot to the escape pod? Take that as a no.
Nothing from me.
I'm good.
Alrighty. So Wagner drops the ship out of warp at the escape pod. And on screen is the typical Klingon escape pod.
Life science.
Probably be a roll. We could go insight or reason with either medicine or science. Difficulty 2.
Yeah, my control medicine is 16. I don't know what our ensign looks like though.
Yours is probably better.
Yeah, looks like might be equivalent. I don't really have a focus though.
I mean, doctor's on the bridge too, technically.
Oh, that's right.
Unless doctor's in sick bay.
Doctor would don't have a doctor on the bridge.
Oh, Crimson Engineering now, isn't he? Oops.
Hmm.
That's my mistake. For some reason, I thought he was still Pearson.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll throw an extra
We have 6
dice on
momentum.
the table. So yeah. Take a momentum. Another momentum to reroll that complication.
Well, there's the ship. Roll the ship first.
Oh, yeah, good call.
All right, so with your advanced sensors, I believe that is going to be gain of 3.
And then 2 to squash.
Okay, so you gain 1.
Captain, I'm detecting one life sign. Appears to be Klingon. And it looks very weak, Captain.
Bridge to transporter room, emergency beam outs from Klingon Life Pod directly to sick bay. Commander Casey, Lieutenant Beden, set up security in sick bay.
Captain.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we are going to need a transport roll. I have some threats, so we'll make this a little bit more difficult. Base difficulty is 2. +1 for not from a pad, +1 for not to a pad. So that's 4, -1 for your sensors, and then a -1 for transporter room. So that'd be a difficulty 2. And then the threat spend, I'll make it a difficulty 3. So yeah, so it'll be a controller daring with engineering, assisted by sensors engineering, for whoever's making that roll.
Could even just be Boris. So yeah, whoever wishes to use Boris.
Casey, I think he might be our Boris.
Yep. We'll get her in. There's difficulty 4, right?
3.
Oh, 3. In that case, challenge fuels excellence for value, for determination.
What is it?
Challenge fuels excellence.
Sure.
Oh, we already have 6 momentum?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to try and get us some momentum. I'm like, oh, start of the session. I must have missed a roll when I went to the bathroom.
You did.
In that case, you probably don't need a determination spin, but yeah, couldn't hurt. Yeah, so, and then I'll spend one of the momentum and a threat for a 4th dice, because he is bold.
And just need the ship. That's 7 successes, so that's 4 total, I believe.
Refloat.
And yeah, he is transported to sickbay successfully.
Last order given, Commander Casey and Lieutenant Beden to sick bay for security reasons, and then Lieutenant Wagner, bring us about and see if we can tractor the Klingon Life Pod into the shuttle bay.
Sure thing, Captain. And I'll set about bringing us a boat.
But Commander Krim, please give a scan on the escape pod. See what hit it. Or what ship or Klingon vessel it came from.
All right, so who's doing what first?
Well, Beden will proceed to sick bay. Also, grab a couple additional security officers.
Go ahead and give me a presence security to have the team there. Or you can use 2 momentum, whichever you'd like. Oh, wait, never mind. You're security officer. You get the advantage for that, so never mind.
Oh, cool.
I believe since you're security, you always get the whatchamacallit's security team advantage.
I'll take it.
But yeah, I believe Krim was told to do something, and Wagner was told to do something.
Yeah, I'm bringing us around and trying to lock on with the tractor.
All right, so I'll have you make 2 rolls, one to get into position, one to engage tractor. So this will probably be daring or control with con. Just probably difficulty 2. Is this by your engine's con?
Difficulty 2, you say?
Yeah.
Right.
Gain of momentum, it looks like. Yeah, so you're able to maneuver the ship there, and to engage the tractor beam, I believe this is going to be control security difficulty 2. Assisted by the ship's structure security.
Daring security, was it?
Control.
Control.
And I believe you're actually going to have a +1 difficulty, so yours will be a diff 3.
Alrighty. I will spend a momentum for an extra die. Hopefully the ship helps. Oh, good.
It did. Yep, you're able to successfully engage the tractor beam, and you start reeling it in.
Perfect. Tractor beam engaged, Captain.
Good work, Lieutenant.
What's next?
Investigating the pod. So, engineering teams to the pod. Seems like an engineering thing to do.
Sure. So you're probably going to the shuttle bay with that?
Yes, that was the order to tractor to the shuttle bay.
All right, cool. So we'll head to sick bay first. We'll enter a new scene.
I am not there.
Yeah, I grabbed the wrong person. There we go. Is everybody back? So yeah, we're in sick bay. The Klingon is there, unconscious, and Bedin and Casey walk in.
doctor's going to do a scan. See what's the stability of the patient.
All right, give me insight or reason, medicine, difficulty 1.
Xenobiology for a focus.
Yeah.
I'll pass along a threat. Does the ship assist?
Yeah. Computer's medicine. Gain 1.
We rolled a 0. This is what I get for jamming all the time and having good rolls when I play as a GM. Yes. Commander Lieutenant.
Sorry, what was that?
The doctor was greeting you while she's looking at her patient.
What's the
Doctor-
status of our patient, Doctor?
There you go.
I'm waiting for typey. Tricor is a little slow today. Perhaps you should get Lieutenant Commander Krem on that.
I'm sure one of the engineering staff can have a look at it.
Well, lucky for the Klingon system here, but he seems to be deprived or has oxygen deprivation, easily treated, and there are signs of cuts and bruises from a bladed weapon and fist. I wouldn't know better. I think our patient here was in a little bit of a brawl, and just going to administer trioxide so they clean up.
All right, this will just be a control or daring difficulty 2.
Emergency medicine for focus.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Take a threat.
Now you're rolling good.
It takes a roll or two.
Gain 3.
Could spend 2 of that. Sort of gave him a little bit of the proper word, a cocktail to where it helps, eases the pain he might be having.
Sure.
Essentially making it easier to treat.
Yep. And you notice after you treat him that the Klingon starts to awaken.
Should be fine within an hour, but should regain consciousness here momentarily if you wish to question him, Commander. And she retreats back into her office.
All right, we'll come back for questioning in a bit. We'll head down to the shuttle bay, which I actually don't think we have a picture of. So theater of the mind it is. All right, Krim, you and a few engineers start to get to work on scanning the escape pod. So let me know what you want to roll for. Or what you're looking for. Crim's computer blow up?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Huzzah.
So the first thing I'd like to do, I guess, is basically do a preliminary scan to see whether the reason it was ejected was battle damage or what, and then go into the computer logs and see what the logs say.
All right, give me a I'll make that difficulty 2 for the first one. Insight, reason, engineer. Insight or reason engineering.
Okay, I know for a fact this first one I don't have a focus. But I will give you 1 threat and take 2 momentum.
Gain 1.
Okay. In that case, I guess I'd like to hit the computers next and see what they say.
What are you looking for anything specific?
Basically, what caused the ship to launch, why the ship launched, some of that effect.
Okay. I'm gonna make this a base difficulty 3, and I'm gonna make it a complication range 2. Probably control engineering.
Okay.
What was that? You roboted a little bit.
Apply.
What's that? I do enjoy taking threat. Hey, that's a very good roll for me. 1 success and a complication. I think he re-rolled into another complication if I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, I those, I guess 3.
Well, yeah, I got half of that. I want to try disconnecting or reconnecting again.
Would I be able to spend my determination on nothing is too difficult to re-roll those 3?
Sure. Oh man. And so that looks like 2 successes with a complication.
Yeah.
Engineering team.
What was that, Prex?
Engineering team. Does he have like the chief engineer superpower?
Oh, he always says that, yeah. So you could use that to lower the difficulty, so at least be a success.
Even though I have the comp.
What was that? You're at the beginning cut out. Nope, all robot. Okay, so yeah, lower the difficulty. Do you want to keep the complication or spend to get rid of? All right. So it'll be a success, -2 momentum. You write what you found.
All right, is the captain there with me?
I think the captain's still on the bridge.
Captain's on the bridge.
All right, then in that case, I'm going to hit my comm badge and go, Crim to the bridge.
Bridge here.
Captain, I've completed my...
You're roboting.
It appears that the pod was launched while the ship was in cloak and was fired upon by flee after being launched.
I caught every other word. You're still roboting.
Disconnect and reconnect, man. It's really bad. Maybe that'll help it. Maybe.
Can you hear me any better now?
Maybe.
Okay. So, Captain, it appears that the life pod was fired upon by Klingon disruptors after being launched from the mothership while under cloak.
So you're saying whatever ship it was on, they fired at their own escape pod?
That's correct, Captain. That's what the computers say.
Did you get the information on what ship it was?
Give me 1 second, Captain, and can I get that info? It appears to have.
You're roboted again.
It appears to have been from the.
Got everything but the ship name.
Understood, Commander. See what else you can dig up from the pod.
Understood, Captain.
What did you order Grim to do?
Continue seeing what information you can find from the pod.
Okay, cool. Back to sick bay.
How long in between Crim's report and then swapping back to sick bay?
Not terribly long, I would say. I figured these two events were probably happening simultaneously.
Okay, I just want to know if this was happening simultaneously or
Yeah.
after that. Okay.
Yeah, probably simultaneously. She was working on the Klingon while he's doing that, and they probably finish around the same time.
Oh, well then, Captain's gonna call down to sick bay. Bridge
To the doctor or to... Oh, I'll let you go.
Yeah. Bridge to Commander Casey.
Case here. Go ahead, Captain.
Commander, is the Klingon awake yet?
He's starting to wake up, sir.
Grim is still analyzing the pod, but indications indicate that he fled whatever vessel he was on, and the Klingons attempted to destroy the pod while they're cloaked.
Is the ship that the pod originated from still intact?
That's what we're working on up here.
Understood, Captain.
Bridge out.
Lieutenant, when the patient is feeling better and the doctor clears it, I'd like you to lead the interrogation.
Of course, sir. I'd be happy to.
It would seem from the circumstances that he may be a fugitive, but of course, there could be much more to this that we don't yet know. Let us reserve our judgment until we have more facts.
Agreed, sir. The state of the Klingon does suggest maybe he was attempting, or they were attempting to apprehend him, and he was able to escape. But this all just doesn't sit right with me. GM, does it look like the Klingon's coming too?
Yes.
So yeah, Ben's gonna walk forward a little bit, try to catch his attention and maintain a little bit of distance. And he'll also ask the medical personnel to maintain distance. Yeah.
Who are you? Where am I?
My name is Lieutenant Janik Bedden, security officer aboard the USS Expedition. We picked up your escape pod and noticed it had taken some damage. You're in our sick bay.
And the ship, where is it?
If you're referring to the escape pod that you were on, sitting in a cargo bay, as far as the ship where it came from, I believe we're still trying to track that down. And we'll take a step forward. Can I tell if this Klingon is an officer or a crewman?
Probably a junior officer, like a lieutenant.
I was wondering if you could help me. What is a junior officer of the Klingon Empire doing aboard an escape pod in the middle of nowhere, showing the damage that you've sustained?
I've joined a Klingon marauding group in the area. We're attacking vessels in the area for the glory of our Klingon Empire. Or so I thought, for the glory of the Empire.
Well, that's all well and good, but how did you end up aboard an escape pod?
Unlike those Bataks on that ship, I am a loyal Klingon warrior. I would not dare attack a allied vessel.
the ship was attempting to attack a vessel of the Klingon Empire?
No, no, no. One of your vessels.
What vessel?
We're a marauding group. Lightly defended cargo ships.
Can I do an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Okay.
Be opposed, of course.
No worries. So is that a presence command? Presence
Insight
security? Insight.
against his presence.
Insight command, insight security.
Insight command. I could see security here.
Okay. Okay. Investigative techniques for a focus.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Take a threat.
I'll spin it back. I'll send you a little tidbit.
Cool. And tell me, how long were you marauding these merchant ships?
A few months.
Were you able to bag enough to survive?
Of course, we're Klingons.
Ed will glance at Casey.
I'm gonna be right back really quick.
Well, in that case,
Ed stares at Casey
yeah.
for several minutes.
Well, yeah, in that case, Bedden will step aside with Casey. Commander, he seems to be telling the truth to me, as far as I'm concerned. Something does seem inconsistent about his story. Unless you're aware otherwise. There's not too many Federation merchant ships that normally make their way this far out.
Have you heard any reports of an attack? Sorry if this was already discussed in a previous episode. I'm really racking my brain to remember the last one we played.
No worries.
It's been
yeah,
a while.
no, I forgot to. So it seems like a GM question. I guess I can make it up though. I guess Ben will just say, "Sir, I can check, see if there were any incidents logged in this area over the past couple months."
Yes, before we continue further, let's verify the information we have, see if we can find any major inconsistencies.
Well, and as I'm sure you're aware, sir, as I said, he doesn't appear to be lying, but in a situation like this, it would be to his advantage to make himself appear to be as much of a friend of us as he could. Having enough of attacking Federation merchant vessels and fighting his former colleagues and jettisoning off, it's a good story to tell us. Oh, GM. So Commander Casey and I were discussing, we were trying to remember if there were any reports of attacks on merchant vessels lately in the area.
Cool.
So I guess that would be my question for you. Do I remember any reports?
Me insight security, and I'm gonna make the difficulty 3 with threat.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I have a super memory or photographic memory as a focus. So yeah, take a threat. Ah. Commander, I don't recall any incidents. I can do some further analysis when I get back to my post, though.
Hey, yes, make sure you look for any overdue vessels or as well. These attacks were recent. They may not yet be reported missing.
So Ben will turn back to the Klingon. So you said that you had a falling out with these marauders. You'll look them over. Must have been some falling out.
I barely escaped with my life.
So I'm curious. You'd been preying on Federation merchant vessels for months. Why did you suddenly have enough?
No. You misheard me. We're preying on merchant vessels, but nothing of the Federation until recently.
Understood. I'm still curious. Why were Federation ships a bit too far?
I am loyal to the Klingon Empire. I will not attack allied ships, despite what my idiot captain decides.
Then we'll look at Casey.
What was the name of this captain?
Dakar.
And to clarify, this vessel was not operating under the jurisdiction of the Klingon Defense Forces?
No.
He'll turn to Ben. Do you have anything else, Lieutenant?
I don't think so. I figure we can keep our friend here under close observation and allow him to fully recover from his wounds. And I don't know, sir. I guess see what the captain has to say.
I agree. It doesn't seem that we have grounds to arrest him at any times, but if he is to move around the ship, I think it's best he remain escorted. And we can assign him guest quarters.
I'll see to it, sir. I'll arrange guest quarters and ensure our friend has a chaperone.
Very well. When you're ready, we can report this to the captain.
Prax, is that a serious suggestion? Because I totally will.
Is he wearing his boots?
I mean, he's wearing a full Klingon getup.
Uh,
I don't know if he was in like a search or a hospital gown.
yeah, a prop. Well, GM, if you'll allow it and you won't consider it metagaming, I won't do like a full, search, but I'll pull out my tricorder, do a security scan.
Yeah, you do, but they don't. I'll let you do it after you talk to the captain.
Alrighty.
Casey was there.
Yeah, but Casey didn't suggest it.
What happened? Am I forgetting something? Is there a previous incident with Klingon boots?
Yes. I'll make it an extremely difficult roll. Diff 5.
I mean, yeah, I might as well make an attempt. I'm not even sure I have a value that would apply to this. Would you accept mission directive?
No.
I was about to say, I'm not sure we have a mission at this point.
Well, you do, but this would not fit into it.
Gotcha. There are always possibilities.
You'd have to sell me on that one.
So Beden's headspace would be saying there would always be possibilities for somebody who made an escape from a Klingon vessel to attempt to make the same escape, especially from, a Federation vessel in this case, something he's not under the jurisdiction of, to try to get back to the Klingon Empire.
Sure.
Cool. All right,
I'm going to
so
make
that'd be-
this a complication range 2, though. You were giving me a lot of threat.
Okay.
Diff 5 come 2.
Okay. So determination knocks that down to what, 3, right?
Essentially, yeah.
All right. Take threats. This is insight security.
Yeah. We got 6, so you get it. And you gain a momentum.
Vedden will pull Casey to the side, keeping an eye on the Klingon the entire time. Commander, you should see this. My tricorder is showing me unusual power and looks like metal signatures throughout the clothing. He'll hand him his tricorder.
I'll send some to UKC because you would recognize it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably has some security experience.
If I could spell today, it would be great.
That looks like signatures for Klingon weaponry. It's best to deal with this right away. He'll turn to the Klingon and say, "Excuse me, sir, but are you carrying any weaponry?"
Does it look like I'm carrying weaponry on me?
Yes, it does.
This is a typical warrior getup.
Indeed, I have worked with many Klingons and know the importance of armament among your people. While aboard this ship, we would ask that you turn your weapons into the armory. You can collect them when you depart the ship. As you see, we do not carry weapons on board regularly.
Give me a presence command opposed, Casey.
Sure. Composure for focus? Or cultural studies, since he's trying to put it diplomatically.
I'll use cultural studies. I like that. And you said you're just trying to do this diplomatically, not intimidating or threatening?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll spend momentum for a third dice. Might as well.
I'll spend a threat.
And you know what? I might as well double the focus range with the Legion of Honor medal.
Sure.
So one of those is a 2.
Okay.
Be 8. So 4 successes.
Okay. So you gain 2. Fine, you win, Starfleet. And he starts going through his armor, and he's pulling out like knives, pieces of metal, piping, what looks to be like a power signature, and he's just kind of putting them all on the bio bed here.
Casey will sort of nod to Ben to like keep looking at his scanner just to make sure that like he actually turned everything in. But
Yeah, that'll be the complication. He does. And when it's all said and done, there's probably 10 to 15 pieces of items on the bio bed. A few knives, small hidden knives, a bunch of other parts.
well, if the doctor is ready to release you from treatment, Lieutenant Bedden here will find you some quarters to stay while we get everything sorted out.
I'd be happy to, Commander.
Casey will sort of look at the administrator or whatever. Is the doctor available?
I'm a Klingon. I'll be fine.
I have no doubt about that, but for our human sensibilities, we place great respect in the opinions of our medical personnel. If you would indulge me, I would be honored.
Your ship, your rules. And he'll just kind of fold his arms, standing tall, trying to stand tall and kind of intimidating, but also like, make this quick type stuff.
Casey will just sort of look at the medical administrator to see if the doctor is free to come out.
Yeah, the doctor's right here.
Yep.
Yeah, doctor was in her office. You could just yell to the doctor or walk in there.
Is it like a door situation?
It's an open little
Very good.
thing.
Doctor, is our patient free to go? We're looking to assign him some quarters where he might recuperate in a bit more comfort.
Unless he is refusing treatment for his abrasions, he is free to go. Though I would ease caution and not overdo it. You were exposed to certain elements, but shouldn't pose too much of a risk.
Very well. Thank you, Doctor. Lieutenant, you have your instructions?
Yes, sir.
Commander, please have the items removed from the biobed.
Yes, I was going to do that myself.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And as Bedden walks out with the Klingon officer, he'll just say, "What's your name, officer?"
I'm Kolth.
Kolth. Let me show you your way to your quarters. He'll say brusquely, and he'll walk off with him.
And he'll walk with you. And, the rest of the security team, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right, where do we want to go next?
Captain would give out like a standing order to start searching for that ship.
Okay. So we could probably head back to the bridge. Everyone else, let me know where you're heading.
Casey was going to drop off those, like the weapon parts to the armory. While Bedden was dropping off the Klingon, so that we could like go meet up after and report to the captain.
Krim is doing a in-depth investigation of the escape pod.
All right. Let me know if you're looking for something specific that you might need to roll for, that we might need to do rolls for.
Mainly, the only thing I can think of that remains is anything that's out of the ordinary that shouldn't be on a standard escape pod. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it's a standard escape pod. There's nothing added, nothing taken away from it. All right, so yeah, we'll come to the bridge. Yeah, Case, you're able to bring the weapons to the armory, no problem. Bedden, you're able to bring him to his quarters with no problem. And that'll bring us to the bridge and probably a new scene here.
Ensign, see if you can't begin a search pattern for any leftover impulse trail or warp trail that the Klingon vessel may have left behind.
Who do you want to make the roll? The science or the con?
Science.
All right. This will probably just be a difficulty 3. Control or reason with science. That'll be difficulty 2 after adjusted, and then sensor science.
This is where we grab the one that's been used more.
Yeah, you could throw whoever you want at science. I just threw somebody.
Throw Sova in there. It's got the better stats if whoever wants to use them. But he has focuses and stuff, so.
Okay, I can do the roll. Reason science, does the focus and sensor operations apply?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, gain 1.
There's a warp trail leading away from the scene, a different one from the one that we were tailing, Captain.
Does the warp signature match a Klingon vessel?
Yes, Captain, it's Klingon, just from a different ship.
Lieutenant Wagner, do you think you can plot a course to follow the warp trail?
Yeah, I can do that. Captain.
This will just be a difficulty 1 if the captain gives the engage order.
Difficulty 1 during con. Does astronavigation apply, or would this be starship navigation, or neither?
I'll take either.
Alright, I'll use my astronavigation focus then.
Before we engage, Ensign Sova, how far away are we from Deep Space 17?
$50-ish light years, I'd say.
Way on the other side of the Ebon Expanse.
Think that's where you are. Oh, maybe not that far.
I guess 50 would put us way over here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 37. I was trying to eyeball it.
Yeah, it's hard. That's where the rulers are there.
If I could remember how to use it.
Click on no hover over the ruler and no snapping.
Aha. Excellent. Yeah, 38-ish. Captain, we are approximately 38.1 light years from Deep Space 17.
Open a secure connection to Deep Space 17. Put me through to Admiral Color. In my ready room.
Aye, Captain.
So Wagner, you have the bridge.
Captain, what can I do for you?
Well, I hope I'm not intruding, Admiral. It appears we've picked up a Klingon survivor from an escape pod. Appears he fought some of his own crew members. Extrapolated course and bearing to follow, but a little hesitant on the course of action.
What is the situation, Captain?
Well, we've been, as you're aware, we've been following a shadow for the past couple of days, and then we're immediately pulled off with this distress call. Is there any news on what's going on with the Klingons in this region?
I gotta remember where all that stuff happened at. The inner house fighting is going on, right?
If you're referring to the ambassador and the rogue Klingon house, the Vogue, that is still ongoing.
Okay,
But
yeah, I was.
think a lot of this, certain things have already happened. If you're referring to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty already past like Devoe's like say preying on certain Federation vessels. That's what you're referring to, and they're currently actively being hunted by essentially, you know, the ambassador's forces and the main Klingon houses, or the Empire.
So Rogue House was out here, was being pursued by the ambassador and some Defense Force stuff, right?
Yeah.
Gist of it? Okay. There have been reports of a rogue Klingon house operating in the area. However, the ambassador and some of the Klingon Defense Forces have been active in pursuing that rogue house as well. You know how the Klingons are with keeping us apprised of their actions.
Yeah. Any other reports of marauder activity in the region? They haven't made it through the official reports yet.
Nothing that we're seeing from Federation captains. But I'll have our team double check for you, Captain.
If you could also check in on a vessel called the Malvul. Saying that right. Mavul. The IKS Mavul.
Go ahead and give me a Presence Command difficulty 3.
Ooh, I'm asking a favor of him, I know that. Persuasion?
Sure.
Give you a threat, and then spending 2 momentum. Are we rolling a 0?
Gain 1. The IKS Mavul, you say, Captain?
Yes, sir.
He typed something on his computer. Yes, it appears that was labeled an outlaw ship. Police appears to be under the command of one Captain Takar. Appears to be a disgraced governor. Fell out of favor with the Klingon High Command. It's been relatively quiet in his service record since then.
Out of curiosity, Admiral, when exactly did he fall out of favor from the High Command?
I'm trying to see if when that is. Hold on. Maybe I have a start date. I should have wrote that down. I had it earlier. There you go. Appears 55802.9.
This incident wouldn't be on record about him mishandling a set of Klingon fugitive, would it be?
Yes, it appears that's it exactly, Captain.
Thank you very much, Admiral, and I'm deeply sorry to take you away from your busy schedule.
Not at all, Captain. I look forward to reading your report.
He just kind of gives us a weak smile that goes, yes, sir. Expeditionary, and closes the channel. Brax to Casey.
Casey here.
What's the status of our Klingon guest?
Lieutenant Ben conducted the interrogation, or questioning rather. We just finished, and I had Lieutenant Ben take him to some guest quarters, and we were on our way up to report to you.
Did you check his boots?
We did confiscate his weaponry and scan for any additional surprises. He surrendered his weaponry willingly.
Did he say who was in command of his vessel?
Yes, Captain. It was a man named. Wait, it was Tulik?
Yep.
To something. Takar. It was a man named Takar, Captain.
Understood. Thank you, Commander. I look forward to hearing between the two of you on your report. keep him under constant surveillance, please. Our guest.
Of course, Captain.
And she goes out and to the bridge. And I was just about to do yellow alert.
As you are just about to get up from your seat, the entire ship shakes violently, sparks fly everywhere, and the red alert caxilons sound throughout the entire ship.
I'm assuming that is a breach.
That's probably 2 breaches. Because you don't have shields at the moment.
It's fair. I did not state.
Do we not have
There's the
the
breach
random
table.
breach? The random breach thing?
Yeah. Make sure it's checkmarked for Ambar.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Being
I see on the
collections.
type. Huh?
If you go into collections, you just hit the checkmark Ambar. Breach table. At the very top.
Collections. Is it hit tape?
It's not good.
All right. Engines, communications.
That's 2 power immediate. Red alert. Well, I'm assuming it's already signed.
Yep. Captain, a Klingon bird of prey decloaked and fired upon us.
Evasive maneuvers.
All right. Who's doing what here?
I have ordered for us to go into immediate evasive maneuvers.
Yeah,
And-
which
and-
is what I am going to do.
You will need to use your minor action to make sure that the shields are raised.
Yes,
Because those are important.
there.
Now, if I can remember what those were. Just open the book. Let's see. Evasive maneuvers are daring con, difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's structure con.
You'll need to spend another minor to do the restore action for the engines.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I already spent the momentum. It's just that way it's because
Yeah.
combat.
So raise shields, restore engines, evasive maneuvers. Is what I will do. And daring con, what was the difficulty again?
Diff 1.
Diff 1. All right. Helm operations as a focus, yes, no?
Yep.
Actually,
And if you have
combat.
pushed the limits, that would apply here because the engines are damaged. I'm not sure if you do or not.
I do not, but I do have precise evasion.
I'm not sure what that one does.
One
I think you
moment.
spend momentum and it does a thing.
It's in the command book. One moment. I forget the exact wording on it. Oh my gosh, computer, please be faster.
We're in the middle of combat, damn it.
Yeah.
2 momentum and increase. You can increase the
Difficulty to hit.
No, it doesn't increase it doesn't. There's no difficulty increase. So like there's still a +1 difficulty for them to hit us, but we don't incur the +1 difficulty to hit
Oh,
them.
gotcha.
Is what that does.
All right. I will do that with precise evasion. I will trigger that one.
Cool.
Alrighty. One. See, one. Talent applies. Roll. Of course. Of course it is. Does the ship assist?
Yeah. Structure con.
All right. If we have enough momentum, I'd like to squash that complication because we don't need it when we've just suffered 2 breaches.
Yep. You'll gain a momentum.
Yeah, I actually rolled engines con, but it's a 6. That was so.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
You said diff 1.
Yep. So you gain a momentum.
All right, that should
Sweet.
give for precise and then the squash.
Cool. Pass to them, or do they keep?
Unfortunately, we don't have momentum. It is in the first round though. But Beden's not on the bridge yet. So it has to pass to them.
Okay.
I got quick to action. I added quick to action to Casey for nothing. Neither of us are there.
And I gain it all back. And just as quickly as the bird of prey comes out, they enter back into warp. Or, sorry, into cloak. And I'll pass back to you.
Also, we can't scan them because they're cloaked.
I mean, you just have to find a way to detect it, really.
Ensign Silva, would emitting a trail of warp plasma be able to make the Klingon vessel easier to detect? Actually, Ensign Silva, emit a high switch the deflector to generate a burst of tachyons.
Aye, sir. I'll say that's either control or daring with either engineering or science. I'll make that a difficulty 3. Assisted by the ship's structure. Science.
He doesn't have a focus for this, so I'm going to use him, but since I'm kind of giving the suggestion here, can he spend his determination on there are always possibilities? And this is opening up a potential door to strike back. Oh, you meant BRB and ship combat.
All right, I'm back.
Will you take the determination spend on there are always possibilities?
Yep.
And going to spend 1 momentum and give you a threat to roll 3. He does not.
How much threat?
1 threat and then 1 momentum being spent. He has cautious science, so.
Yep.
You said structure science?
Yep. I think that makes sense for a deflector thing.
Oh, so re-rolling though 0.
Ooh.
That's 6 successes.
Yep. So you gain 3.
2 to squash.
All right. So you gain 1. And yeah, he sends out the tachyon pulse, and the Klingon vessel kind of silhouettes. You know, you can make out the outline of the Klingon vessel with the pulse.
The problem is though, we don't have people on the bridge, so.
Does it pass?
Yeah, it has to.
Damn, this crew is good at rolls. The Klingon bird of prey moves out to... moves out to long range. And it'll pass back to you guys, and you can go until you're done with turns.
I'm gonna minor and move over to the tactical station.
All right.
Because unfortunately, yeah. It's not what I do, guys. Not anymore. Join Trill, gonna gain the focus and Starship shipboard tactical systems.
Yep.
And I'm going to fire torpedoes at them. Full spread.
How much threat do I get?
1 for torpedoes, 2 for salvo, so 3 there. I would like to use my Starcross to double the focus range.
All right.
This Legion of Honor give me.
I believe this would be a difficulty 3.
Yes, because they're at monk.
Control security and weapon security.
Will you take the to gain a point of determination from the episode in Memorial? On my determination spell, never underestimate your opponent. I use that to create an advantage or a battle strategy in strategic combat, and I'm using this to essentially try to come up with a strategy in the moment, given resources at hand.
Sure.
And then I'm going to spend that determination on the same value. Never underestimate your opponent.
Yep.
And yeah, you said control security.
Yep.
Take a threat and I'll spend a momentum. Roll 3. Not a Silva, but that is
6.
more than 6. That's actually 7 because I used the Starcross.
Okay.
So
yeah.
7 total.
Yep, there's 5. So there's 7, then I just need the weapon security.
Little ship that could. It's the little ship that
Gain
could.
1 more, and then roll torpedo damage. This might hurt. Right now it's doing 2.
2 for 2 momentum for 4 piercing.
That would be 5.
Or sorry, piercing and extra damage.
Okay, that would be 5.
Another one. Well, it's already doing salvo, so
Oh, I gotta remember what that does.
it's another attack, but it's just whatever. It's so you half the results of the initial one.
Okay. So it'd be... So there's 2 breaches right now from the high yield and the 5 damage. And then, so we'd half that round down? Question mark?
It's 4 round down, so 2, and then subtract resistance.
That's right now you're doing 0.
1.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Their
The
shields
are down.
should be 3.
So that's, yeah.
And then the salvo just needs to do 1 to get another breach.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, so right now they have 3 breaches. Because I forgot they get one for... They get 1 for not having shields.
1
No,
for...
it's... 1, 2... No, it's 3. It's 3. 1
One
for that, 1 for 5, and then the high yield.
piercing for 1, and then 2 momentum for extra damage.
Okay. Prax, you launched the torpedo salvo right at the silhouetted Klingon bird of prey, and your salvo just decimates the unshielded Klingon ship, and you just see a large explosion from where your torpedoes detonated at. Your sensors no longer detect the Klingon bird of prey. As pouring out of the turbo lifts comes all of the crew members.
Nice shot, Captain.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
And you see all the officers are out of breath, sweating a little bit.
Captain, is the threat neutralized?
No assumptions, Lieutenant. Take your post, and I'm gonna just step aside. It's Ensign Silva. Get a scan on that bird of prey.
I'm just detecting pieces of it, Captain.
Maintain alert status. Let's not get caught with our pants down again.
And we'll just review his console and just say, Captain, I think you might put me out of a job.
No, Lieutenant, I think your job is very well safe. Continue scanning.
Grim sits down.
Go ahead.
Grim sits down at his station and starts running a damage report and dispatching repair teams. In effect, I'd like to do a damage control task.
Oh, you sent that to the wrong person.
I still send it to the wrong person. Sorry, yes. There, now it's to the right person. Now I gotta remember what a damage control task is. Alright, so this will be presence engineering. And difficulty is probably just gonna be 2. Oh, what system? Engines or comms?
I think I'll go for the engines.
Yeah, this will probably just be 2. They just were impacted, so.
Okay. In that case, how much momentum do we have?
None.
I spent it all, sorry.
That's fine. Going ahead and take a full threat dump.
All right, that'll put me at 20 threat. 21 threat.
Yeah. You know how we are in this game. Oop. Says it's rolling right now. Give me a second.
-6 successes.
I don't know what that -6 is.
What are you rolling with?
I know, right?
I'm rolling off of my phone.
It's so weird. It's like -6, 11, 3, 11, 7.
I think that's 4 points of success and 1 failure, where it's 6 above.
I have no idea. Like
I don't
tried
think
to
it's
look at
calculating. I don't think it's actually adding it all incorrectly.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at like what the numbers are, and that makes no bloody sense. It's like a D&D roll or something.
You know what? Let me just roll it this way. That is 2 successes, but no momentum gained. At least on the second way that I rolled it.
Yep. Okay.
Unless you can come up with what the success rate is on the first one.
I have no idea what that is. Yeah,
And since I didn't
I can't make heads or tails of these numbers.
gain any momentum, I can't do what I wanted to do. But oh well.
Yeah, you're able to get working on the breach. You still technically have the breach, but you don't suffer the ill effects of said breach.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else?
See if we can't get an identification on what that vessel was.
I'll see to it, Captain. And GM, I'll try to match what we know of the vessel before it was destroyed with our database.
I'm trying to identify it.
Yeah.
Since you gave me all this wonderful threat, I'm going to say that the captain blew it to shreds too well that you weren't able to properly identify the ship's name.
Well, Captain, I guess it's something to be proud of. Looks like the ship is in too many pieces for me to render an identification.
Commander, what about our Klingon prisoner? Well, sorry, not prisoner. Guest. He might be a prisoner.
Was that directed to Bedden or?
Casey.
Gotcha. I think Mr. Casey might be out.
Oh yeah, he is okay.
Yeah, so Ben will just respond. Our guest and Officer Koth has been shown his quarters and guard posted outside.
Did he say anything about his captain or why he was in that pod?
On questioning, he mentioned the vessel was a marauder vessel. It was preying upon merchant vessels in the area. When they encountered a Federation merchant vessel, he refused to take part. That apparently led to an altercation, and he escaped in an escape pod.
And he's currently in a set of guest quarters.
He is, sir. We made sure that they were well protected guest quarters. For us and him.
Ensign Sova, could the trail from that Klingon vessel, or can you see if you can't figure out a warp trail signature for that vessel and where it came from?
Aye, Captain. I keep forgetting his Vulcan. Yes, Captain. I'll make it a difficulty 4.
Oh, whoever wants to roll for Sofa.
I can roll for Silva. GM, what's the roll?
Reason or control science. Base difficulty 4. So it'd be 3 after taking into account your sensors.
Okay. So sensor operations for a focus.
Yep.
Okay. He has looks like cautious science. So. Oh wait, we don't have any momentum. Darn. Take a threat. Let's go ship.
Ship sensor science.
Yeah, I can roll for the ship. Oh, yeah.
Technical expertise.
Let's see.
I don't know what his talents are.
Yeah, actually, good call.
Well, you could re-roll once more.
Okay.
Either yours or the ship.
I would probably do yours. Like got a better chance at it.
Here goes nothing. Hey. And it appears there's a warp trail leading to a small planetary system about 7.5 light years away.
Commander Krim, I know he took a little beating there.
Nothing too serious right now, Captain, but the engines are back to fully operational for now. I'm currently getting ready to work on the comms, and GM, if you want, I can just spend a minor to take care of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which should be operational right about now. And I don't see any other major damage, but another hit to those systems will put us in a little bit more worse trouble.
Lacey, your thoughts? Casey, you're there.
Sorry.
I
I
Captain
think I might
asked
have
you for
connected
your
for a second.
thoughts on the matter. We have a warp trail to a planet system 7 light years roughly, and this ship has 2 breaches on it.
Yeah. Well, we obviously are not in a advantageous tactical position, having taken not insignificant damage. We don't presently have any intelligence of the Rogue Marauder ship having any counterparts, as far as I'm aware. So I would say the risk of ambush is more than likely subsided, but of course there's no way to confirm that. The safest choice is, of course, to return and have our damage repaired, but who knows how quickly the trail of clues may go cold.
Lieutenant Bed and Commander Krim, work on reinforcing our structure integrity field and bolster our to bolster the strength of the ship. Lieutenant Wagner, set a course to follow that warp trail.
Aye, Captain, will do.
I essentially up like there's a what's that in the book? The combat, I don't remember if it's engineering or tactical. I think it's tactical. There's modulate shields, essentially upping our resistance.
All right, modulate shield task.
Yeah, to have our of course that game mechanics are you going because usually that goes away.
I'll treat it as advantage creation.
Okay.
So you'll get the benefits heading into the first round.
Page 223.
Yeah, no, I'm on it. Be a control security, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship structure engineering. And that roll will be for Bedin.
Cool. Shipboard tactical systems for focus.
I don't think so. This would be more shield stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, take a threat.
You kind of need momentum to up the resistance more, so. But
And then just need the ship. You do gain 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bud used his determination already.
right, no.
Yeah.
You have the ship.
Yeah, I can roll for the ship too. Let me open it real quick. Okay, structure engineering.
Well, we'll just pump the one momentum that was gained. I think it's just one, right?
Yep.
So it'd be 2 extra resistance. So it throws at 6 resistance.
Maybe I shouldn't roll the ship next time. Come up rough a few rolls in a row.
All right. Like I said, I'll give this opportunity for any free role play you guys want to do, any advantage creation. This will be your time for character development or anything you guys wish to do. 7.5 light years is a bit of a trek.
Casey, how did our Klingon guests appear to you? Is he nervous? Scared?
I would say appeared as you would expect any Klingon. Uh, confident, aggressive, insulted apparently by the actions of his captain. I personally didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Well, his captain was a former governor. Till he upset a few people at Klingon High Command.
Did we perhaps have any involvement in that?
Yeah, mainly me. You remember the incident almost 2 years ago? Where we picked up a few Klingon hitchhikers who were shall I say more or wanted fugitives that we didn't know at the time, and then well, unfortunately the governor I dealt with, who was acting upon it, didn't file proper paperwork and was rather, disrespectful in the ordeal. Apparently, someone else didn't like him either.
I recall that incident. I will say of our guest, personally, I didn't find any reason why we shouldn't trust them, but I certainly also did not find any reason why we should trust them. Unless you have any suggestions, Captain, I'm at a loss as to what to do beyond let them remain under guard in quarters until we have more information.
Perhaps a little talk with him before we arrive to the system. Could be the car's hideout. Might prove to be more. There might be proved to be more information from him.
That's a good idea, Captain. Perhaps he'd be more talkative given the current circumstances.
I'll remain here on the bridge. Go have a talk with him and take Bedin with him. Or, sorry, take Bedin with you.
Understood, Captain. Lieutenant Ben, with me.
Yes, sir. And as Bedin steps away from his console, he'll just turn to Krim in reference to the modulation work and just say, Krim, you're a miracle worker. I'm sure Krim helped him out with a little bit of that engineering work. Krim stares off in the distance silently. All right, so yeah, Bedin will accompany Casey.
In the turbo lift, Casey will say to Ben, the captain would like us to speak with our guest once again. We need to see if we can find out any information about this potential hideout before we get there. As I said to the captain, I don't think we have any reason to not to or to be suspicious of him, but I also don't have any reason to trust him.
It's really interesting. He seems to have been completely forthcoming and honorable in wanting to, well, not go against the Klingon Empire and their alliance with us. But yes, Commander, to your point, he is a marauder.
Now let's see what he has to say after this attack, and perhaps he can provide more insight.
He has been talkative so far.
Let's get you guys set up. Right, and you arrive outside the Klingon's guest quarters.
There's a guard, right?
Of course.
Yeah, he'll just like nod to the guard to open the door.
And the door will open.
Koth, I hope the attack there didn't alarm you.
I am a Klingon warrior. Battles do not disturb me.
I suspected as much. You may be interested to know that the marauding vessel has been destroyed as a result of that attack.
Impressive.
We've managed to track down the previous route of the warp signatures of the vessel before its destruction, and have traced its route to a nearby system that we believe may have been some sort of base of operations. Are you able to shed any more light on this?
That is Qatar's stronghold. A long-abandoned fortress on a dry, arid world.
A fortress. And this fortress was used by... Why do I keep forgetting his name? The captain. Takar.
Yes.
Did he have any accomplices? Were there any other vessels operating with him?
Our band operated with a total of 3 vessels.
I see. What class of vessels? Cruisers or birds of prey?
All birds of prey, perfect for marauding. Quick, nimble ships.
That would be my choice as well. Was this base left under guard while the fleet was away on patrol?
Of course, a home guard was left in the fence, as well as a few automated defense turrets. Oh god, I'm blanking on the name.
Inhibitors?
Transport scramblers. As well as force shields. Designed to repel a small fleet.
A small fleet. Is there any way that a single vessel could penetrate these defenses?
A planet like any other is sure to have blind spots.
I see. These automated turrets, are they for ground defense or would they attack ships in orbit?
Designed for orbital defenses.
Were they of standard Klingon pattern?
The captain did procure a few.
Casey will look at Vedden. Any questions, Lieutenant?
Both. Approximately how many personnel are on the planet's surface, in your estimation?
When the fleet is away, perhaps a dozen. When the fleet is moored, there could be dozens.
Folks, I have to say, you've been quite cooperative. Is there any reason for that? Any reason why you might want to see this alcove taken out?
They go against the Klingon Empire. They are honorless. And it is my hope they die without honor.
Understood. Commander, those are my questions.
I think that's all we have for now. Your cooperation has been most helpful. We will certainly pass along to the Klingon authorities that you have been most honorable in your interactions with us.
I would be grateful.
Please enjoy the amenities of your quarters, and if you need anything, please let us know.
And he'll just give a solemn Klingon nod.
Casey will lead the way out.
Once the door closes, Bedden will walk up to the commander. Commander, maybe it's my paranoia speaking, but he's being a little too easy with this information. He doesn't even know what we plan to do with them, ultimately.
Well, a gut feeling isn't always something to be dismissed in my experience as a security officer. No doubt, if the captain wishes to intercept this this threat at the base with only the ship's company aboard to fight it, then we may be in a difficult tactical situation, but that is for the captain to decide, and perhaps pass along your feelings. She always trusted me when I was serving as her security officer in those such matters.
Thank you, sir. I will. And yeah, it could just be a feeling, but he'll shake his head and trail off.
Did I miss something? Sorry, my audio, I think, crapped out.
Not sure.
Yeah, nothing for me.
Okay.
Next stop for Bedden was that he was going to go and pass along his concerns to the captain.
Captain on the bridge, ready room.
The bridge, because we're at alert status, so.
What were you going to do, Casey?
He'll go with Bedden.
Okay. And you both, the doors open up to the bridge.
Captain, we interviewed Mr. Koth again, and what we've determined is that the marauding fleet consisted of 3 birds of prey, so there are likely 2 other vessels still at large. The base we're heading toward has orbital defenses as well as transporter inhibitors, force fields, and a small garrison detachment defending it. Speaking personally, Captain, we may be in over our head tactically. He'll say that quietly. And then he'll look to Lieutenant Bedden for his recommendations. Like just kind of glance over.
Captain, if what Koth is saying is true, I concur with Commander. Unless there's some way that we can find around this, some deception, it would be difficult fighting a straight-on fight. In addition, and maybe it's just a hunch, my suspicions, but he looked to the commander. I felt Koth was, well, it was very easy to get this information from him. When I questioned him on the reason for that, he mentioned that he considered these marauders to be without honor for attacking Klingon, or for attacking Federation merchant vessels. With that said, though, divulging complete information to a vessel that has the element of surprise, our vessel, I don't know as much about Klingon culture, but that doesn't seem super honorable to me either.
It depends on how you look at it, Lieutenant, but how far are we out from the system, Lieutenant Wagner?
Jim, how far out are we?
We could be wherever far out you guys want to be. We could be speed applauded. We could be 5 light years. We could be 2 light years. Whatever you guys want.
All right. Let's say 2 light years. We're 2 light years, Captain.
Slow to warp factor 4. Lieutenant Commander Krim, prepare a warp probe.
Command, Captain, prepping a Class 3 probe.
Ensign Sova, are there any other systems in this area?
Let me see. Nothing within 3 light years, Captain. Of the system you're going to.
What's the closest system other than our current heading?
JKS 93 Alpha is 4 light years from that system, 3 from us currently.
Anything in stellar cartography on that system?
Small planetoid system, 5 planets, 3 gas giants, and is a K class I'm looking for that are the rocky ones.
So.
3 gas giant, 2 K class, Captain.
I think K is not habitable. I think L is the one that's marginally habitable, and then M.
Yeah, just the.
And then D is the ones that are just pretty much like the moon or Mercury. Or even
Yeah,
Pluto.
the Mercury types.
Okay, then D.
Okay, class D's then.
K, I think, is Mars.
Either way. Yeah, either way. Either way, they're not habitable.
Lieutenant Wagner, pull up the location of the team I'm in.
Yes, Captain. And I'll pull it up on screen.
Oh, the Tiananmen, huh? I'll allow it. I don't even know if I have a Tiananmen ship here. Time to add it.
Hey, I like the scale.
Hold Alt and then scale it down. So GM, you were probably heading? It's on the. Are we going inside here or we're staying like more here?
You're probably right there. And then maybe two more light years from that position due north, I would say.
Oh, so we're close to an Earth.
Well, if we go slow and they go fast.
So I don't know if that's where the monitor is. Probably not. I don't even know what layer that's on.
That
We do
could be
not
on the
see it.
GM. It might be on the GM layer.
Yeah, okay, I threw it away. Because I don't know where the monitor is.
I never established where it was. It came back. It got damaged a long time ago, and it go back for repairs. That's all I remember.
All right, I'll just throw it in some random spot. Ugh, you're right on the bloody thing. Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's where the ships are at. Because I think I see where you're going, and I'll allow it.
Set the warp probe for a course towards the system where we assume the hideout is at.
Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Maintain. Alter course to JKS 93 Alpha, Lieutenant Wagner. Warp factor 4.
Of course. And I will set the course.
Krim, the bridge is yours. Casey with me. And going to retreat into my ready room. I love you keep using that door, and that door leads to the head.
Everybody's coming out of the bathroom.
Everyone keeps exiting the
Hard
head.
after meeting.
In my internal head, I'm like, it's too funny. They keep going to the bathroom.
Doing bathroom breaks every 20 minutes.
In the immortal words of
Why were the
George
captain and the first
Takei,
officer
oh
in the
my.
head together?
What happens in the head stays in the head.
Computer open secure channel to the Tinaman.
And on screen, you see a familiar and welcome face.
Captain Prax. To what do I owe this pleasure?
It's been a long time, Captain DeGrasse.
It has. I hope you've been well.
Well, not so much. Just got a nice, lovely sneak attack against some Klingon Marauder.
Ooh. Well, sounds like something we could maybe help with.
I was hoping you would say that. Definitely seems like I could use some help on this one. There apparently is potentially 2 other Klingon birds of prey and a whole lot of, well, a fortress full of Klingons with planetary defense systems.
Huh. Well, Captain, you're just in luck. We're on about the 5th comet we've scanned all week, so I think me and the crew are looking for a little action. What's the plan?
We're currently heading at a low warp speed to JKS 93 Alpha at low warp. This is not the location of their hideout, but I'm hoping to at least divert some attention from our recent encounter with them. How fast do you think your ship can make 15 light years?
GM, how fast can my ship make that?
I have no idea.
Prax?
You're making me dig out the calculator, huh?
Yeah.
I think the Miranda class had some upgrades to go like warp 9.5.
Sounds right to me. We need to make a spreadsheet for this.
Right?
I typed it in chat for roleplay purposes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Ooh. Well, Captain, if we push it to its limits, roughly 48 hours, it looks like.
Well, I hate to interrupt any outstanding orders, but if you can get the clearance to come help us out, I would greatly appreciate it, and we'll try not to do anything too reckless till you get here.
Well, you know me, Captain. All right. I'll get the approval, but we'll see you in 48 hours.
Thank you, DeGrasse.
Of course, Captain. Grass will cut communications and be asking for that approval.
You'll get it.
He'll immediately go to warp.
Hold on. We'll head to the bridge of the Tiananmen for funsies. DeGrasse, you step out onto your bridge from your ready room, wherever your door is. One of those doors. And you're seeing a very bored and tired-looking crew scanning yet another boring asteroid on their 3 weeks long survey mission.
Well, Commander Rel, how different is this one from the others?
Not very, Captain.
Look around at the crew. Well, I think we've scanned our last asteroid for the week. We've got some new orders.
Captain, please tell me we're finally going to go get some action.
Now, today's your lucky day. Helm, lock in a course for JKS 93 Alpha. When we're ready, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
I will get up and offer the chair to the captain.
Well, Commander, actually, got a bit of studying to do. Please, when the course is laid in, you make the order.
Sure thing, Captain.
I'll turn back and go to his ready room and try to read up on any reports. Local pirates in the area, ships, anything he can find.
Sure. Course ready, Commander.
Engage.
All right, and then we'll head back to the ready room, having just finished up the call with DeGrasse.
Well, that'll at least even the odds against any ships.
Good choice in reinforcements, Captain.
Figured you would approve, Commander.
That certainly improves our technical situation, and given we'll have a few days to prepare, perhaps we could do some battle drills with the security teams and make sure everyone's in good shape for potential action.
Let's hang around JK S93, but I don't want them to start reinforcing. We're not. Well, our guest intel might be accurate in the moment, and it's possible it's going to change here quickly on us. What do you say about doing some old-fashioned submarine warfare?
He'll raise an eyebrow. Captain?
What does a destroyer do when hunting for a submarine?
Well, I guess pay close attention to the sonars, Aztec systems. Careful patterns.
Work with Krim and Lieutenant Sova on setting up a detection grid. See if you can hunt some submarines.
Submarine nets in space, I understand. Certainly, Captain. I'm sure Commander Krim will have something up his sleeve.
Sure he will. Meantime, I'm going to figure out how many friends the car really has.
All right. I think this is probably going to be a very good time to put in a to be continued. I know people have work and such in the morning. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it a day here. We'll resume this next week for the rest of the information gathering and such, as well as maybe some roleplay on the Tiananmen.